Oh, that might be a problem.
Nah, it's everything's going well. It's good. Sun's out.
I'm more meaning the fact that I forgot to click the go live button on YouTube, so
You mean I wasted that great line?
I think so. You see, I don't really know because like I've started streaming.
I can't see anything on YouTube. Something's
wait,
just
Yeah,
started now.
so it starts
How-
streaming from when I click it on YouTube, which is irritating.
So if Hal stays still, we see him clearly.
Yeah, that's how it works. Anyway, none of you guys got that welcome back, so welcome back. We're on session something, 11, I think. By my count, it's 11. How's everyone doing? Are we going to do it all again?
We're all doing wonderfully. Thank you, Gage.
Spectacular.
So, a slight bit of recap of what happened last session. It was a good session last session. You completely smothered some Minotaurs. There was a squadron of Minotaurs and a bearded devil and some spine devils that were going on a mission to retrieve Yagarath from the Black Cell. They were like a little envoy, and you crushed them all with a wave, killed them all, blew them up, turned them into many different parts, burned them, drowned them, crushed them. Very swiftly, very, very swiftly. And you have ventured out into the Minotaur encampment, which is... the vibe has completely changed. They're no longer... doing jobs and paying attention now that the boss has gone. They're now completely messing around. All of them are, gambling, playing games, drinking, and hanging around in the warmest areas of the camp. You took that opportunity to sneak into their main camp so that you could do a little bit of recon, and you are currently... you had just finished reading through some of the really nice diary entries that the captain had been leaving. And you're having some discussions. There's a couple of things that have come up, namely a particular stone that is interesting.
No one knows about it though, so.
And yes, Janice knows nothing about this stone. However, all of you know that he's completely lying about that fact, and that's pretty much where he finished off. So, I'm looking forward to this one. How do we pick
What's
it
your what's your AC? What's Janus's AC?
It is a 20.
I'm kidding.
I'll take you all on.
I don't doubt it, to be honest.
So, how do we?
So
resume?
I've just correct me if I'm wrong. I've read out that it seems like they've been able to move the Vorzarak Ember Titan previously, but only at a certain time of day. So it's movable, but only at a certain time, seemingly.
Yeah, from what you've noticed, they've only moved it once a day. There hasn't been any mentions of timings, but from what you've read, it's been like, oh, it's in the wrong place, and then they've not moved it for the rest of the day, and then next day they've been like, oh, right, well, unfortunately, we got it off a little bit again. And then again, seemingly they're moving it once a day.
I wonder why they're moving it, because surely they have the camp and they can build the camp around the Ember Titan. I imagine it would have been one of the first things here. Why move it if by centimeters if they could simply step into its warmth?
Maybe they were trying to hide it, so it had to be like perfectly within this. Like, what do you call it?
Crater.
Crater. Yeah.
That's a very good idea. And we are in a crater, are we?
So the encampment isn't necessarily a crater, it's a crater in the snow. So the snow embankments come up around the edges, and the crater's on the rock that is seemingly underneath these thick snow layers. It seems that the snow's been melted away by the heat of the Titan or something like that.
What? Wait. So the big demon melted all the snow and it's made a crater.
Yeah, there's a crater in the snow, and it kind of like cuts off like a pretty smooth spherical radius around the camp.
I mean, I don't mind if an immovable object were to stay here. If it can't move as it is suggested, then maybe it could stay here. I'm less comfortable leaving the others here, but I don't know. What do you all think? My concern, they came here for one job, and that was to get Yaggorath out, and they would join by raiding nearby towns and then coming in. Who's to say that they won't all just go out, raid towns, and then sail off? I don't feel like we could comfortably allow that to happen.
We know that they were here for one reason that we know of. It's not to say they couldn't multitask.
That's very true, but judging by these diary entries, they seemed very keen on this one thing. They did mention how the raids were simply a distraction.
Don't know, however, how many people are in charge here. We can assume that the recently deceased was one. Don't know if they were on rotation. They don't know if they were receiving orders from higher up. They were giving orders on. Though he did take pretty extensive notes, so
Yes, and I didn't see any notes from outside. Unless you can see any notes anywhere in this area, I'm happy to read them if you have.
I think I checked last time, didn't I?
Pretty
Don't
much
think there were
everyone
any.
checked
Yeah.
around the room. You didn't find anything too interesting, but Janice took some interest in the nice crystals and the light, but that was about it. And some gold as well, some gold and gems and some of the crates at the back.
Janice is going to start messing with the stone. And he's going to slowly move towards the exit.
Okay.
I'm going to look at him in the visor. I'm not going to stop him moving towards the exit, but I want it to be known that he's being seen.
Janice looks at Eric and then just looks back at the stone and continues.
Very dark in here all of a sudden.
Oh, well, we have the dancing lights from Hal.
Yes. How did I miss those?
Observation's not your forte, is it?
I prefer to be unseen than see things. Make
Okay,
things much easier all round.
so
I prefer
Janice
that
is...
too, but unfortunately I'm faced with your face.
So Janice is slowly leaving the tent. Is anyone else doing anything interesting?
Eating chicken.
Arguing with Velios.
Okay. Well, in that case, Janice, what are you doing? Why are you leaving the tent?
Just want to get a bit of fresh air.
Go for it. Do what you want to do.
I'm just going to hang outside of the exit, basically.
Are
I'm
you
just
being
gonna, like-
stealthy, or are you just standing outside of the tent in the middle of an enemy war camp?
I'm.
I shall
yeah,
remind you that there's still, around 80 or so enemies around
This
here.
is fine.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna be stealthy though.
Are
Not
we
really
still
properly.
concentrating on a pass without trace? Yep.
Yeah, it lasts an hour.
So you have a
So
plus 10 to that one. So 15.
Christ.
We
um,
hope.
Eric is going to try and follow him out.
Be my guest.
And when he gets out there, Janus,
Mhm.
obviously we have spent time together many years ago, and you've had a lot of time to deal with whatever you. I don't pretend to know what you've gone through. All I would like to say is that whatever it is, I would like to help, and I hope that you would know that if you had something concerning you, that we could talk about it in confidence.
I understand. It's no big deal, really. It's just the stone reminds me of home.
Where is home for you?
In the Great Divide, up in the north.
And if it's not too much of a trouble, what made you want to go into the Great Divide after the fall of the wall?
I just felt like my duty was complete. It's not going to happen.
Anyone not seeing the rolls, he's just rolled an 8 in deception.
Yes. I think you can just probably even tell without rolling, really. I mean, it's up to Janice how you want to describe how you say it, as it's a player interaction.
Janice just says it really calmly. His tone doesn't really change all that much.
Okay, that's fine. It was a tough time for everyone, and I know myself I've done things that I regret. But all we can do is make amends in the present. And right now, we have our task to help the kingdom find the king. And if you do have any way of assisting, I implore you to help us.
Of course. But investigating papers and such, not my specialty.
Okay. What would you recommend then for this situation?
Deal with this encampment, pick them off one by one, or somehow take out their main heat source, and then they were all free to live.
Do you have any idea how to take out the heat source?
Currently, no.
Okay. Well, I agree that there is merit to taking out the these people one by one. Are you wanting to stand out here for a while, get some fresh air, or would I can leave you be, or we can go back in?
I like to be left in peace for a little bit.
Okay. Well, the offer is always there to speak, and if it makes you more comfortable, I can tell you about some of my many shortcomings and mistakes. But yeah, let me know.
Of course, I appreciate the thought.
Tap him on the shoulder and head back in. Well, can I reach the shoulder? I'll tap him on just the elbow.
Or Janus would have sat down in the snow at this point.
Oh, there is no snow in the camp.
No, you would have just sat down there. Doesn't matter where.
I'm gonna head back in.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what is going on, but there's seemingly nothing to add at the moment. Does anyone else have any suggestions to how we proceed?
Quickly, I mean, we are running out of warding time. I'm aware that that's on my creation, but
Indeed, it's very valid.
with getting back to either Rulem or somewhere warm.
Bellaruk?
I would much rather return somewhere safely myself than occupy ourselves with decimating or worse this camp.
Valid. And you, Wilston?
Pardon?
How? Any thoughts on how we should proceed?
I mean, you know my thoughts. You would blow everything to smithereens, but
Consistent, I like it.
Wilson is
remind me,
reliably remarkable.
Wilson didn't find any like schematics last session, right?
Nope.
No.
Just aware that our instruction was to find the king, and we have not.
Did
So
the
should
instruction
probably-
say that the king had to be in one piece? I don't know why he's turning Russian. Oh yes, the king, we will kill him in 2,000 pieces. But we at least find him, yes.
But
I think it's implied that they want him alive.
It's implied, but never specified.
And that is where many people go wrong. You have to be specific.
But either way, we haven't found him or his pieces, so
No.
Indeed. Well, I mean, if this is a camp of demons, it is possible there are other camps in the area. It is also I see. This is what you were alluding to earlier with potential other missions for this camp. Are you perhaps suggesting that this camp was involved? Interesting. We are far from the capital. However, it's not out of the question that someone could use the portal across the Great Divide to get closer to the capital.
we know that they're good at digging. Go through the mountains. It'll go under them.
It did take them roughly 15 years to dig the tunnel that you just walked through.
Know when they started. In the long game here.
Janice, what are you doing outside? Are you just chilling, or are you have you killed half the camp already?
Janice is chilling for now.
Okay.
Kind of just thinking to himself
Lovely.
while looking at the stone.
Wilson's gonna come out and like tap him on the knee.
Are you wanting to like roll anything up at the stone, or are you just looking at it? Do you want to roll like an arcana or a history or one of those two? What are you trying to perceive about the stone?
How to use it?
Okay.
Just normal, straight.
Yeah. No, you'd
If
have an
you-
advantage on this.
Oh, okay. Let me. Definitely
Oh,
not.
it's still a 15. You know it's an item that you need to attune with to
Okay.
be able to use.
Like a flute.
Well, Wilson's gonna come up behind him and ask, in the middle of this war camp, what's this stone all about, mate?
Just a fire, like a
So
light
no-
stone. Just lights up dark places.
If it were just a light stone, you wouldn't take it and then go stand in the middle of 80 demons with it.
Oh, it just reminds me of home.
Did you also have a light stone at home?
I did. Parents gave it to me. It was very important to me.
Can I roll an insight on that?
You can if you
If you want to. Remember that you already know he was lying earlier about this. So, I mean, in theory, you already know that he's lying about something.
I guess I buy this line.
With a natural one. You're being a bit conflicted now, I guess. Hey, maybe I just misread the signs earlier. You're a little bit confused, maybe.
I'll go back into the tent.
Okay.
Ivelios,
Janus
Did-
will follow him as well, but stash the stone.
did whilst they're outside talking, I'll say to Ivelios, did you see any other buildings of note where they might have information or anything when you had your look around? Or did
There
they?
was one sort of stone building somewhere in the camp. I would probably remember where.
There was
I
one
don't-
building, was that? Sorry, you cut out a bit.
There was like a small stone building, wasn't there?
There was a couple of stone buildings. Most of them were like lean-tos that just had kind of like barrels and such in.
Accommodation stuff, yeah, and storage.
Yeah, you didn't go into any other buildings,
Mhm.
so I guess you wouldn't technically know, but they all looked pretty similar and pretty unimportant. But maybe that's the idea.
There was a couple of stone sort of lean-to things that could possibly have had something useful in, but to be honest, they looked more like storage, something slightly less ramshackle than a tent to keep, the wind out.
Okay.
I think if there was anything important in here where the apparent leader of this particular camp was. So,
In that case, I don't know. You're right, Beleric, that seemingly this isn't helping us with our pursuit of the king. I personally am of the opinion that spending a couple of hours here to ensure the safety of the nearby villagers is a good use of time. However, I would be happy to, if people did not want to engage with this, to catch up shortly after.
Could
I mean-
always leave and alert anybody nearby to the fact that this is here. Our mission is for the king.
That is a good point. There are guards.
if we are moving on, then if at all possible, I would like to collect at least a sample of this Ember Titan. It seems to have such unique heat generating properties. It could be very useful in creating extra cold warding potions, perhaps, or some other alchemical device.
Yes, for sure. Should we go over and have a look now?
I
Ah.
imagine getting too close to it won't be particularly easy given that it's heating this whole hole.
And we should remember that we are vulnerable to fire.
How far away is this Ember Titan from the thing?
The main tent is pretty much like almost right next to it. It's like it's within like the second rim of tents, and if you recall, most of the Minotaurs were in fact actually right next to this creature, trying to be as warm as possible. So you're a very, very short walk to the Titan.
Eric, in the notes that you've been perusing, does it say say anything about how they moved this Titan, or was it, did they ask it to move, or was there some control over it? They get close.
All I know is that the Ember Titan is here because it was broken into a hellish soul stone, whatever that may be, and I assume that brought it here, transported it here, is the same way that they could control a beast of this size.
I just
So
think
perhaps if we could find the this hellish soul stone, we could either move it somewhere completely different, or remove it simply from the plane if it can enter this stone. I don't know.
Just thinking that if we needed to get close to it without arousing the suspicion of the Minotaurs around it, I have the capacity to look very, very similar to the boss of this camp. I would not be interested in talking to anybody while I was there, so that wouldn't be an issue.
Interesting. So you would... What would you... That is, first of all, incredible. Incredible work.
I do try.
Or would you... What would you do in this disguise? Try and bring them into the cave system, or...
Potentially, if we need them in there. Or Ivelios, I could... I'm not convinced about getting too close to it, but I could always see if I could find some sparks or something that had left. I don't know what it might be of use to you and your alchemical nonsense.
I mean, if you so wished, I could make myself much smaller and sit on your shoulder. I could speak for you. You be the looks, I be the voice.
it's just gonna be like a freeway scouting mission.
Like Ratatouille.
just Eric in Belric's hair, just like, and left, right.
Punch
Whispering
this
infernal
one.
in my ear.
Spit at this one.
Literally devil on my shoulder.
Kick his bedrolls.
Is there a sofa in this tent?
Pardon?
Is there a sofa in this tent?
Yes.
I'm gonna lay on it.
Take your time.
Janice is back to normal. Good to know.
Yeah, so how are we
Everything's all
progressing
right.
then? You've been having a good amount of conversation. What's the plan?
As usual,
Turns
when
you-
Belric's talking, not much has gotten done.
Never claim to make plans, only embellish them.
Ah, yes. Content is so hard to manifest.
Exactly. Why do you think I write songs?
It's much easier just to put the extra bits on after, rather than create the whole.
Precisely.
How do we plan on destroying this whole camp?
Well, I think, Avelius, you want to go get a sample from this Titan, don't you?
That would be preferable, and then if we run out of killed warding, I can possibly create something else. And then we would have some form of perhaps get us back to Rulum. This is going to take a while. But if we just...
Me and Wilson can always hold the fort here while you investigate this Titan and everything.
I mean, I'm happy to just go
Always.
scout it out.
I mean, Eric, if you tell me words to say, I could try to deploy the Minotaurs onto some mission in the snow way over there.
Okay. repeat after me, and I'm gonna say some of my language, infernal, and I'm going to, what I'm trying to do is judge how convincing Bellaric is at saying the language. Is he
Okay.
able to mimic in a convincing way?
Okay, so give it a performance then, Belric.
All right, now watch me screw this up.
No way, bro.
Only performance that matters.
You can't screw this up, surely.
Sure, I've got things that I can help with this. Please don't screw up. It's a nat 20
Of course, it
plus
just had to be
8.
28. Okay, it's pretty much
I know
perfect.
that you can't see it, but it's a
I'm
little liar on my dice.
I'm comfortable with this plan.
He actually repeats the words back to you, and he's got a little bit of an accent, and you know he's got the pronunciation for some of the letters like even better than what you had them.
The Orcish influence.
Oh, bless me.
Before we send them off on some busy work, a thought occurred. And I think Wilston might like this. Stop looking so surprised. I do have thought. What if we send the entire camp through the forge down toward the cell, and then as it sort of, the last bit of wall has been re-bricked up by the guards. We need the whole camp to have at it so we can get Yagras out quickly. And then they go in, Wilston goes boom and collapses the tunnel, and then we leave the guards at the Black Sail to deal with the whole camp, and we can, pop on off.
Not a good idea. We need these guards on our side.
Yes, but they have the entire security of the Black Sail, which is perfectly capable of dealing with it.
I like the idea. My only alteration would be to come up with a different excuse so that they don't have pickaxes to be able to make their way out.
That is sensible.
Yes,
We
'cause-
detonate both of their landmines in the forge. One went off, did both of them.
They did, yes.
I think
Replant them.
we could send them back whilst Wilston and Janus are in here creating more, and we could set off many. But the only issue is then how do we get back? We do not know where we are or the terrain.
That's a good point. Our guide is still at the front of the Black Sail. Probably wondering where we've been for a day now. Yeah, but it's Hagrin. He'll be fine.
He's probably by the entrance, like, where are these guys?
I definitely want to. I definitely want to use the bell disguise.
So do I now. I've done the nat 20 on it. It's gonna happen. I'm just gonna go and walk around a little bit. I'm not doing anything, but
Just look imposing.
exactly.
Actually, how tall was the bearded?
About 6 foot.
Okay.
That's not right. Right.
I think Bell's what? Bell's 5'9", aren't you?
5'7". Let me.
5'7".
5'7".
5'7". And you can
Good.
make yourself what, like a foot taller or shorter, so you'll be fine.
6 inches, I think. So perfect.
Yeah.
Seem 1 foot shorter or taller.
Mhm. You'll be fine for that then.
Okay, so where do we send these Minotaurs? We have the forge, we have the offshoot room, we have the tunnel all the way back.
Or just into the forests.
We could
to
get
get them.
Wilson to make a whole bunch of mines and then plant them around the camp.
Or, I mean, the simplest way would be to remove the Ember Titan because they would not survive a
They'll just
4-day.
freeze. They'd all just freeze before they got anywhere close to anywhere else.
Exactly.
Don't know how to remove the Ember Titan, though. Do know how to remove a bunch of soldiers.
Maybe it's within all the soldiers.
Maybe
Alright.
what? Sorry?
Maybe it's within all the soldiers.
The power to move the Ember Titan.
No, because Gage said that all the Minotaurs are right next to the Ember Titan. So we're better to keep the Hellstone other than there, right next to it.
Interesting. Good thought. Sorry, you were saying, Ivelios.
I wasn't. Yes. The thought it was just passing through. It'll come back, I'm sure.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I've had many of those moments.
Old age of Helios catches up with you.
I'm not old. I'm just simply less
Just
young.
Well, I'm fucking old.
But you wear
Yeah.
it well, Eric.
Thank
It
you.
suits you.
Okay.
I feel like you were born to be old.
Okay, right. So.
Ah, the thought has returned.
Ah! Incredible!
Like boomerang. The Ember Titan is very hot. So if we found a way to cool it down very quickly, could we perhaps, I don't know, encase it or at least turn it off for a time, as it were?
I
Don't
like
know if
the idea. My concern would be that this is one of the coldest places in the kingdom, and it is comfortable. But maybe if you were to see if you could roll Arcana or something.
because of my vast intellect, yes.
You can roll something if you would like. Maybe roll a nature or an arcana.
And I also roll
Arcana, absolutely.
Okay. It's not particularly a natural creature, but I think arcana would probably work a little bit better. Yeah.
I rolled a 16.
16 from Eric.
I rolled an 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, with a 16, I mean, it's like you said, it's literally the coldest place that you guys know about. I mean, maybe there might be some magical cold spells that are a higher level that might be able to do something about this, but yeah, no, if it can make the area around this warm and like this big of an area, then there's probably, shoveling snow on it's not going to do anything.
That is a problem.
Okay, well, all I would say is from our experience with the tunnels, they give us a distinct advantage if in combat. They can hit, but in a tunnel too wide, they cannot hit more than twice. Perhaps we could simply invite them all down and deal with it then. We don't even need to create the explosion.
Simply place Janus in front of the tunnel, and as they come up, he just sort of whacks them all.
I mean, you and Wilston have range. Belleric has great skill in assisting. I'm happy to join the front with Janus.
That was very polite of you, Eric.
Thank you.
You are invaluable, my son.
He's Iron Man.
Nobody's figured out what sort of price you're worth yet.
Too expensive for you.
I mean, I have better things than gold. So
Promises.
Now.
Is there any objections to this plan or thoughts of a better? Okay.
You've had my thought. That's all there was at the minute. So
In that case, well, if this is dealt with, I mean, we could.
Should we have a short rest first and then head out with the plan?
Yes, I'm happy with that. Any complaints?
none whatsoever.
Can we take a short rest? Oh, gracious DM.
Yes, you can attune to the new magical item that you found, Janice. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, go for it. Take a short rest. Are you doing a watch cycle? How are you going about things?
Oh, we're not sleeping, so I think we'll just keep
Yeah,
an
but
eye
are you
on.
taking a watch cycle or?
I would like
an
to
eye
just
out.
kind of lurk next to the door and just see if I can. I mean, I assume we're not like close enough to watch because otherwise they can see us. But just see if I can get like a glimpse of how they're moving, how they're talking to each other, just like a vibe. And I'll use that as like a
sure.
watch sort of thing.
Yeah. So looking out at them, basically they're just grunting, eating lots of food, being extremely messy, kicking each other. There's lots of scuffles and fights that break out. Very, very, very like deserter war camp kind of thing. You know, it's kind of descended into a bit of madness. And the law and order that they may have had is not there anymore.
Okay. Judging from this, I'm gonna like tell Eric the kind of thing that I would like to yell at them, so we can start rehearsing script.
Okay. And what's everyone else doing? Just taking a short rest? Are you attuning to this magical item, Janice?
Of course I am.
Figures?
I'm simple-minded.
In that case, then, you have a lovely two hours of kind of chilling, eating food, resting. Does anyone want to do anything else, or do you just running out and killing them all?
I'm going to teach Beleric how to say things like, "Get up, you lazy pieces of," and all hands on deck, everyone down the tunnel now, ordering rather than being kind, as is Beleric's way.
Okay.
um,
I mean, if no one has anything else to do, suppose I could take a look at Titan quickly. Sort of.
Be my guest. You guys can do whatever you fancy.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a walk and then cloak on
Very stealthy.
and just see how close to the Titan I can get, and just see how close I can get to it to begin with, while everyone
for it.
else is resting. I
You
assume
can-
this is stealth.
Well, if you're being stealthy, then yes, it will be stealth.
Excellent. That is a 25.
Okay. So you go ducking and weaving between some of the empty tents and the tanning racks and stuff like that. The drying racks, maybe not tanning racks. Some of the barrels you duck and weave, and you can plot out a route where you can probably get right next up to the end of Ember Titan. To be honest, there's lots of big piles of like kind of furs and stuff that are just kind of laden around the creature that you can duck and weave behind, and none of the Minotaurs are really paying much attention. They're just kind of literally just like lying around eating food, itching the itches kind of thing. They aren't really paying too much attention, so you feel confident you'll be able to get right up to the Titan if you wanted to.
Yeah, get as close as I can. How much heat is coming off this? Like, is it scalding as I get close?
No, definitely
or is
not.
It...
So the creature itself, it's from what you remember, it breathes in like 5-minute cycles. So it inhales for 5 minutes and then it exhales for 5 minutes. It's currently exhaling. So it's maybe a bit warmer than it would be if it was inhaling, but it's definitely not scorching or scalding. It's just a very kind of consistent stream of warmth. Might be a little bit uncomfortable for you guys because of the potions that you've drank, but Definitely not
Or
painful.
sort of a slight singe to the hairs on the back of the arm.
Yeah, a little
In
bit.
which case,
It's not painful.
I'm going to take a look at it and see if there's anywhere where like there's fold of this creature or anything where there's like, I don't know, a bit of wet ichor or something, I guess. Not particularly nice, but that might be collected, or some loose scales or leather or whatever this thing's.
So as you get closer to the creature, you can look at it a bit more. It's a fleshy creature. It's got very thick red skin. It doesn't seem particularly fat. So
Okay.
there's not really many folds. It's just like a big muscly creature that's just literally
Just a big
lying. It's just
ball.
lying on its back with its arms just kind of splayed out like this, just breathing in and out. It's not really moving
Living
around.
away.
I mean, it's got. Yeah, no, there's not really any nooks and crannies. I mean, you can look around it if you want.
Yeah, take a look, see if there's anywhere where there's an old wound or a loose flap of skin or something that might be useful in potion making.
Just give us a quick investigation on that one.
Sure. No. That's a 4.
Well, leave it at that then. No, you don't find anything. It doesn't seem like it's seen battle really. There's not really many scars or embellishments on this creature at all. Which is strange for demons. Usually they they pride themselves on having big battle scars and stuff like that. So whilst you're doing that, is the rest of the party preparing for a plan? You had a plan, or are you still thinking of plans?
I think we have a plan. Unless
think we
anyone
have a
has
plan.
better plans.
I use a
Um,
stone.
Final thought: is there is there any worth in creating a block so that once we're in the tunnel, they can't continue to run away, or should we just allow them to run into the cell if needed? It takes away our advantage of space. But
Would have them cornered in that aspect.
yes, I guess.
Gauge.
Duck my head back through.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
Send
use
Wilston down first.
What was that?
Can I use
Why
the
me?
stone?
Not from the tent.
Okay.
If I'm back from my quick scout of discerning nothing, pop in. Hopefully just in time to hear the end of what Eric was just saying. And be like,
Sure.
what if we block the tunnel with Wilson? He's remarkably immovable and has some incredible firepower at his disposal. If they're just running onto, well, a gnomish gun line, then
I agree. However, there is a difference between immovable versus 5 and immovable versus 71 Minotaurs.
We also know that, well, Ivar has alerted the guards in the Black Cell.
Yeah,
There is also the potential that they might be waiting in a more accessible place rather than watching us through a screen. Protection.
potentially. Okay then. Shall we get you ready for your big roll?
Starring moment.
You've got the call back.
This lasts for an hour, so I will alert everybody of this fact before I start.
Oh, I think it'll only take, once they're in there, it'll be a few minutes and then we'll be.
Be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So you are disguising yourself as the captain.
Yeah, I'm going to. So there is like a little half bun in Balaric's hair, and it's secured with like a needle, actually, or a brooch of some description that was kind of skewered through. And he's gonna take the pin of it, find a silver platter or a mirror or something within this tent, and kind of just start kind of scouring away at his face and kind of peeling and carving a new one, as the kind of spell of it disguises him, and he will become the bearded devil.
Okay, lovely. You can do that absolutely fine.
Do a spin around and go like, how do I look?
Divine.
Disastrous.
So realistic, I almost pulled out my shotgun.
Brilliant.
Killable.
Okay.
Right. Are we ready?
The beard truly is something.
Thank you.
So just to check, when that tunnel, is it 2 abreast or 3 abreast?
Both of them were about 2. They're widen and thin at some places, but 2 is pretty much the max.
Mostly 2 abreast. So I'm just doing some maths in my head. That would be 71 total, 36 ranks. So it'd be 180 foot long. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'm going to wild shape into a little spider.
Mm.
Not a rat.
No, I'll be a rat and I'll be in the beard.
Okay.
Reminds me of a play I saw once in Aleria.
Let's go.
Right.
August?
So, God, this is terrifying. I'm walking in circles. No, I'll come out of the tent and actually, first of all, I'm going to try and sneak back around to the entrance that came out of the exit tunnel,
Yep.
because he went in there. And so I feel like him just walking out of his tent might be a bit.
Okay.
I'm not counting on them being intelligent creatures, but I think they might work that one out. So
We walk
I'm
out
gonna-
of the tent and it's just
wait a minute. So I'm gonna, coming from there.
You wasted it.
I guess I did.
Not at a jog, but like an urgent walk. Hopefully I'll kind of grab some parchment or something and from Far-Reach's pen, and I'm ready, and I'm poised to take notes, because we know this fella's mannerisms. And I'm going to walk with purpose, with angry purpose, towards this like campfire of minotaurs, and clap very loudly, and hopefully with the words that Eric has taught me, be like, "All right then, you miserable lot, get back in that tunnel," and properly bollock them.
Okay. So you shout that. About half or so of the Minotaurs kind of like look up from their lying down positions and kind of like look over at you, and they kind of like do some sudden movements and kind of like adjust themselves to look like they were doing something important. And the rest of them kind of clock on. They stand up. They start carrying things around and shuffling around the camp. Some of them pick up some of their barrels again and start moving them to places. And one of the spine devils flies over to you, and it prostrates itself on the ground. It bows in front of you, and with its face in the ground, it says, "In infernal." It says, "Master, we didn't expect you back so soon. What is your orders?"
I'll translate this very quickly and try and get it. Well, I'll let you say what you say, but
Cool. I will just. Oh, I'm going to be a dick because I can. I'm going to take a step forward and just where its hands are like outstretched, I'm going to crunch down with my foot and kind of grind a little bit and be like, "Did you not hear me? I said back in the tunnels now, everybody!" And a bit of a kick before stepping back.
Squeals very loudly as you crunch its knuckles, and it like flies back as soon as you pull your foot up, and it just flies away to the other group of spine devils.
Tell all the others as well.
And they all and he says something to them in the not infernal, the other one. What the hell?
Abyssal.
Abyssal, yeah, he says something in Abyssal, and they all disperse around the Minotaurs and start like smacking them with their tails and hitting them over their heads with their hands and the ears and stuff like that, and giving them orders to go back in the tunnels. And at this point, they all start to drop their barrels and stop doing whatever they were doing, and rush to tents to equip themselves with weapons and armor.
I'm gonna stand looking like, judgmental at them and displeased. Try and hurry them along a little bit.
Yeah, the spine devils continue their berating of the Minotaurs. They keep hitting them. Some of them throw a couple of spines at the ones that are being slow. And then the one whose hands you crunched on flies back over to you and bows again, even lower this time. They're doing it. They're doing it. Back in the tunnel, you say? Has there been a problem?
I assume Eric translates that. I will say, Jagarath is much weaker than we anticipated, and he needs all of the help we can get to fetch him out as quickly as possible.
You must be quickly. You must be quickly. And he flies off again and screams at the other spine devils, and they increase their pace. Some of the Minotaurs just kind of rush to the tunnel. Some of them don't even manage to get their armor on or any of their leathers. A couple of them missing their main weapons, which is the big battle axes, and they start to rush towards the tunnel, kind of in disorganized lines, random clumps, and they start to run towards the tunnel. It'll take maybe 4 or 5 minutes for them to get towards the tunnel till you kind of can count the rest of them. Some of the spine devils keep kind of like berating them and slapping them to hurry up, but most of them kind of group back up again and fly over to you, and they just hang around near you.
You think you're exempt? What makes you so special? Get in that tunnel!
We're waiting for you, sir.
We will follow.
Okay. Do you not
I'm gonna
want
try
us to
and
protect
like
you?
swat at them with my parchment.
And they start to fly towards the tunnel. A lot of
We'll
them kind of
follow
like
them.
go quite slowly, and they can like turn and look back at you. Some of them look a bit confused.
I'll follow them, but from my perspective, it's more of like a herding them in.
Okay.
I will follow.
Okay.
I will whisper to Beleric that if he wants, he can go to the front, and we can stay at the front. You behind me. Yeah, there's potentials if we're at the front, and that's fine, as long as there's people at the back as well to stop them running out. But I imagine everyone at this point has started peeking around from around the tent to maybe follow us once we're in.
Yep. So after about 5 minutes, all of the Minotaurs get into the tunnel, and you're behind them. They're all kind of like streaming through the forge at this point. There's a line from like the entrance to the other entrance, and they're all marching through down the tunnel in a line 2 by 2. And you two are behind them, and the rest of them are. I assume the rest of the party is probably kind of like snuck up to be behind everyone as well. So you're all in a group, and there is a line of Minotaurs 170 feet long. Did you say it was?
It was 180 feet long.
There's a line of Minotaurs 180 feet long in front of you. pretty much straight,
Wonderful.
but some of them are gonna quite quickly kind of like start going down the slope as they move further into the mine. So, are you pouncing now, or are you waiting for them to go into the second tunnel?
I'm going to whisper to Bellaruk to actually, get towards the front. We can do some good stuff.
Is there
Neat.
enough room to wind my way through these people without touching them?
Nope.
I will
Okay.
very, very quietly
Don't worry.
whisper, if they touch me, I'm dead.
Don't worry, we'll leave it. So whereabouts are we in the pack?
You're right at
Are
the
we
back.
at the back?
Yeah, the
Okay,
spine
well,
devils are
that's-
directly in front of you, but going quite slowly, and they're kind of like hesitating a little bit and looking back quite often.
Okay. So we've got the forge tunnel, Yagarath room, long tunnel. How long's this middle tunnel?
What? No, this.
When
this,
I say Yagarath,
so this
sorry.
tunnel that you're in is the entrance tunnel. It's about 30 feet long, and then you've got the forge room, and then you've got the other tunnel that sloped downwards into the mountain.
yeah, we'll wait till we're half an hour in there. I don't know.
Block up the
So
Any
like
thoughts?
till we're like past the forge.
Yeah, you
I'd
just
say
keep
so.
on. The marching of the Minotaurs fills the tunnel. It's very, very loud. The breath and the smell of them gets quite horrific as they're all kind of crowded in this area. Most of them are quite sweaty from being quite close to the heat, and it hasn't quite cooled off of them yet. As they march down the tunnel, the noise gets quite loud, as I was saying. And you march through the forge room. Lots of grunts, groaning, the clatter of the metal not gauntlets. Feet things? What are they called?
Sabatons.
Who's?
Shoes, yeah, shoes probably. Sabatons
They're
sounds
called
like a.
Sabatons.
Oh, that sounds too fancy though. Is it not like a non-fancy word for them?
No, like foot armor is called Sabatons. That's
I don't like that word. So they're the metal shoes clank on the floor. As you march through the forge room, it's definitely not normal. There's still probably a couple of signs of battle in there, but none of them seem to notice. And yeah, you herd them forwards into the kind of the sloping tunnel that leads down towards Yagarath's prison cell. The last of the Minotaurs goes into the tunnel, and then there's the Spine Devils, and they go into the tunnel. And then with four of you kind of following, so there's Bellaruk and Michael together, Bellaruk and Eric together, and you guys are like right at the back. But the other four, are you guys following into the tunnel right away, like stealthily? Do you want to roll a stealth, or are you kind of waiting for them to like start the fighting and then you're going to run in?
I'd be about sort of 40 feet behind Eric and Bellaruk, just hood up, blending in with short bow knock, just in case anything goes wrong.
Okay, so you want to be
With
rolling
the-
stealth.
Absolutely.
Okay, is everyone else kind of the same level?
I'm formed up behind Stealthy Boy, Ivalio.
So you're rolling stealth as well?
Yeah,
That is a nat 20 for a 33.
Lovely.
got a 10.
Okay. What's the average of that?
20.
20? Okay, lovely, you're fine then. The Spine Devils do keep looking back, but they seem to have not noticed you. And yeah, the rest, they finally all get into the tunnel ahead of you.
I'm gonna.
Wonderful.
Sorry, no, you go for it.
No, this you're the big boy in charge.
I'm going feral with all of the direction. No, I'm gonna, as we're kind of following, and while the Spine Devils aren't looking back at us, I'm gonna kind of really quietly under my breath utter, just tell me when to do something.
Okay. Upon hearing that, I am going to expend a use of my wild shape to become far more mushroomy and get some temp HP.
Okay.
I'm preparing myself for a battle in the next few seconds.
Okay.
And I'm going to give a. Is there anything anyone just out of game? Anything anyone wants to quickly do before I give a sharp tug on Belleruk's beard? Okay, I give a sharp tug on Belleruk's beard, and Belleruk.
Okay. I am going to a little bit closer to all of the devilry just in front of us. And the spine devil whose hand I maimed, just going to kind of get it over if I can. And then I don't know if it can understand me, but I'm going to try it anyway. In Orcish, I am going to tell this spine devil, Hickman the Devious greets you, and I'm going to cast Synaptic Static kind of just out of reach from me. And that is so 20 foot away from me. I'm going to cast it.
Okay.
Try and get the back of the line.
So it's 20-foot radius.
It's 20-foot radius, and I don't want to hit myself.
Okay, and it
Okay.
hits everyone. So you can get, quite easily, all of the Spine Devils and maybe the back 2 lines of the Minotaurs. So
Sure,
what
great.
is that? Is that a Wisdom save?
So are they not? They're not all tight together. Are the gaps between
The
people?
Spine Devils are all right together, and the Minotaurs are right
Yeah.
together as well.
Oh, but is there a gap between the Spine Devils and the Minotaurs?
Not really.
I'm just thinking it's like a in this situation it's a 40-foot line. A 20-foot radius circle will be like a 40-foot line. So we could get a few more Minotaurs, but it's a
Is that
sorry.
is that how it works?
20-foot radius. So you think 1 point, it goes 20 foot back. So that's 4
yeah.
sets of 5-foot squares. So 8 total. Whether the Spine Devils are flying above or are a further group back, I don't know. It's up to you.
I was thinking 20-foot diameter.
40-foot diameter. Yeah.
40-foot diameter. Okay. In that case, you'll hit all of the Spine Devils and maybe the back 5.
Yeah.
The back 5. Yeah, the back 5. So 10 Minotaurs, all of the Spine Devils, which is 12 of them that are left. It's an intelligence save. Okay.
Intelligence save, I will.
12d20. What do they need?
They need 16.
Okay. So only 2 of them succeeded for the Spine Devils.
Cool. So they get half as much,
86.
or half if they succeeded. After a failed save, a target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
How much damage was that? Sorry.
I will
Oh, have you
see.
not rolled it? Oh, sorry. I thought you said how much it was.
I'm still reading the instructions, sorry. Okay, right. God, I've got to do maths now. Why did I do this? This is why I hit things like in small ways, because it's easy. Right. 6, 12, 18, 24,
So wait, is the plan to attack them and then fall back into the forward room?
8.
The plan is to attack them in the tunnel because they can only attack us 2 by 2. You maybe come up and help me as a meat shield while some people. Yeah. Because this would, I imagine, be a bit of a slog fest. With so many.
Okay.
33 or half if they succeeded.
So,
Okay.
10 of the Spine Devils, including the one whose fingers you crushed, their wings like spasm and they kind of like jerk in the air and just collapse to the floor. 33. Okay. So all of the Minotaurs also kind of like jerk and come to a stop and like grip their heads, sorry, as they all take 33, which means they're all on 3 health. So 10 of them at the back are all on 3 health. 10 of the Spine Devils are dead. So there's 2 still floating.
If,
And they're all kind of looking around in kind of like sudden confusion.
if I can see this happening from where we're hidden back, can I just loose an arrow at the remaining Spine Devil that's closest to
Right, you
Bell
all have
and
a
Eric?
surprise round, so do you want to roll an initiative to see what order we go in?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
That
Sure.
would
After-
make sense.
After having done that and seeing like all of the spine devils just go thunk, thunk, I'm gonna also kind of try and maintain this illusion as much as I can. I don't want to get hit. I'm at the front of the line. I'm gonna kind of duck down and kind of be a bit like, oh no, what was that?
Amazing.
Give us a performance.
That was not as good as it was beforehand.
By the way, do you want to clear the combat encounter so we can re-roll initiative?
Can do.
15.
15, okay. Can we get an initiative from people?
Very eager.
That's very good, Wolfton.
Oh god. It was all going so well.
What did you
That's
get?
actually perfect, because Beleric got the 33.
4.
We're missing one. Oh, we're missing a
We're
Valios.
missing Evelios.
Oh. Peloric also got 4.
19.
19, okay, in that
Did
case. It'll be Wolfson going first.
So there's a tunnel filled with minotaurs.
Yeah.
And I have grenades.
You do.
Need I say more? I'm firing a grenade in that bitch. Just
Okay, so what's the stats on your grenades? Is it a deck save? They're not going to be able to deck save in this tunnel. They're going to have a disadvantage at least.
yeah, so it is 17 damage.
What's the rain? What's like the damage explosion? 10 feet radius?
10 feet.
10 foot sphere. Okay. So that's going to clear out the 4 that are at the back. They're all on 3 HP, so they can't survive it. Is it
And that's
splats-
my whole action.
Splats blood and gore around the tunnel. No bonus actions.
I have nothing to bonus action. I mean, I could
Okay.
if I cast Sanctuary on Beleric, just to like keep him safe, will they see it?
Ah.
Alright, I'll do that then. I'll cast Sanctuary on him just to keep him safe.
Is that they need to make a wisdom save when they attack you on?
Yeah,
Okay.
just in case they
Just-
catch on.
Remind me of
Just
that.
to be clear, there were 71 Minotaurs, now 4 are dead, and there's 2 Spine
Yeah,
Devils, right?
4 are dead and there's 2 spine devils left.
Wonderful.
So there's 68 Minotaurs. No, 67. 67 Minotaurs.
Lovely.
And then we have an Evelios turn. So the 2 spine devils are still flying.
Yep. The one closest to Bell is going to get an arrow right to the face.
He is on 5 health. So,
So can you hit it? You've got sneak damage.
That was a nat 19 to hit. So close.
yes, he
Okay,
is,
yeah.
Just a needed, man. You just a needed.
Well, that was pathetic. 23.
That would have killed him from the start. Yeah, that one's done.
See how many you can skewer on an arrow.
Well, actually, yeah. What did you roll to attack?
19.
19.
Well,
What,
which
with
should be
modifiers?
with modifiers
28.
is a 28. Yep.
Okay, I'll allow you to hit the other one. To be fair, they have an AC of 13, so
Cool.
you know, like you would have at least hit them both. They're in a
I
confined
rolled
tunnel.
I rolled sneak attack on the first one, so I don't get it on the second one,
Yes.
sadly.
It is
But
on 5
that's-
health though.
That's a 9 damage.
Yep, the other one's down. The
Lovely.
arrow went straight through them.
I couldn't have not killed it, actually. That's X. Yeah, just pinion right through the face of one and just into the other.
Lovely.
And then I'm gonna just sort of I'm gonna move about 10 feet up the tunnel, so I'm just behind Bellaruk. And just sort of
I believe you said you were
place my-
40 feet away from him, did you not?
40 feet away, sorry, yeah. I'm gonna move 20 feet up, so I'm 20 feet behind.
Okay.
Place my bow down off to the side and draw my rapier.
Okay. Then we have an Eric's turn then.
So,
Can I have one
Eric-
guess?
actually, it's not that. Eric's
Oh,
bread
okay.
and butter is it's very similar. Don't worry. It's the same
Okay,
effect, different flavor.
Okay.
Eric's modus operandi is getting in a place where everything is working for him. The only thing that he's not controlled in this situation is them potentially being able to run away. And he can see the furthest Minotaur is, as we said, 180 feet away from him. He's going to
Mhm.
take a few steps forward. He's going to walk past the Minotaurs and the Spine Devils. Out of his hand shoots a wall of fire, which is going to coat the final 60 feet of the Minotaur line. So the furthest 60 feet away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to cover 12 rows, so 24 Minotaurs. Now, one fire wall might not do anything, so as he shoots from his hand, a similar bolt shoots from his mushroom and encases them. The wall of fire is on the edge with the dangerous side pointing in. And he's going to concentrate on those. So those 24 Minotaurs can make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. Oh, it's a shame that it's a disadvantage.
24. It sounds
so,
like it should be more than 24, right?
60 feet, so 60 divided by 5 is 12.
Yeah.
So it's got 12
All right.
lines.
Okay. Yep, yeah.
And I'm doing it on the same 24 twice.
Yep.
I'm just making sure that they're absolutely dead because the pain reaches 10 feet in, so it'll cover
Yes.
the two
Yeah,
lines.
so, by walls, the rules of fire, it's when you first enter it, and I count when it's cast on them. It's the
Exactly.
first time as entering,
Exactly.
so you can roll
And
damage
the
right away.
idea is that anyone running into it will almost certainly die.
Yes, I would imagine so.
Picture,
So-
if you will, the inside of a toaster.
I was here thinking, like, right, so how many of these are going to be able to run away? You know, like, how many are going to
Oh, yeah.
survive?
I'm
This is
thinking
Eric.
about
Eric
it.
doesn't do survivors.
So they're going to make 2 dex saving throws, or take 46 fire damage.
So it's 24 of them.
Yes. Let's have them all make it
I
for the
was gonna
first
say,
one.
Yep. So for the first one, what do they need?
They need a 17, but it'll be worth counting which number passes to like the third one, because chances are if one passes one, they'll fail the other. So they'll all take
Okay.
at least like 35.
Right, so the second one succeeded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th one succeeded.
I'm
That-
typing it in the chat for
Okay,
you.
the 18th one succeeded, and the rest of them failed.
Lovely. And for the second one,
And for the second one, well, they're all a bit higher this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th one succeeded again.
oh, he might
11,
survive.
12. The 12th one succeeded.
Nice.
17th one succeeded. 19th one succeeded. And the 23rd one succeeded.
Okay, wonderful. So, I'll tell you which ones don't take full damage. The third one takes 34 damage.
He's dead.
The 8th one
Yeah.
is the one most likely to survive. Takes 23 damage, 24 damage.
Yep, he's still up.
The In fact, if 3 was killed, then all the others except number 8 was killed.
Okay, lovely.
So let's hope that 8 can... Wait, do they take damage when they start their turn?
On Wall of Fire, I was just thinking about that actually. I think they might do. When they start their turn within the damage radius. No, if it ends its turn there.
Okay, so we'll see if it can...
So the eighth
The
guy
eighth
is
what?
he's 4 squares away from the end, so he can get out on his turn.
Yeah, you can. So
Okay.
Question:
Oof.
the charred corpses of their friends make for difficult terrain.
Definitely. Yep, they definitely do. Okay, so you've just turned the tunnel
Emotionally and
into
physically.
a toaster, right? So you, yes,
I
big.
mean, technically, I have a bonus action left, but I think we'll leave it there.
Ooh.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so we lost another 23, so we've got 44 left.
Things we lost in the fire.
I'm just remembering this conversation you had about needlessly killing things. You had with Bell. Okay, so Janice, it's your turn.
I just move forward.
Yeah, you can. You're within 40 feet, so
Yeah, I'll just dash up to the front. That's all I can really do.
yeah,
at the
you can
moment.
get to the first ones. You have a bonus action. Do you want to do anything?
Nah.
Okay. Beleric, then back to you, and then it'll be the surprise round.
Okay. I will. I had a really good thought here, but I've forgotten it, so that went so well for me. I'm going to. Are there any survivors of my psychic?
Yes, there's still 4 of them.
4 of them. Okay, I'll
Yes. No,
release some of
6
them.
of them. There's still 6 of them.
I'm going to. I'm going to cast Shatter. Right underneath them. See
Okay.
if I can send them a little bit.
Lovely. What's Shatter? What does it do?
Do that.
Con save. So did they not have a minus something to their con saves because of the?
They did. D6.
Lovely synergy.
Fair enough.
Oh, hang on. No, that's weirdly worded. It says during that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Okay. So it wouldn't.
So it's
it wouldn't
not.
be on this one then. Okay.
God damn it.
So what's the how many people is it hitting? What's the range on it? 10 feet sphere. Okay, so you can hit 4 of them.
If that's the case, though, can I make it go a bit further up so that I'm hitting people that I haven't already hit?
Yeah, you can do that if you want. So you're leaving the guys that are on 3 health and hitting the guys at the back.
Yeah, I'll let them live a moment longer.
10-foot sphere, you'll still be hitting 4.
Cool.
None of them succeeded. What did they need? A 16?
Yes.
Yeah, the highest was a 13. None of them got it.
Oh, poor little boys. Okay.
These Minotaurs really need to stop getting ambushed.
It's a bad
It's not
habit,
working out
quite
well
frankly.
for them, is it?
I was going to say they live and learn, but they won't.
Yeah.
Well,
They
one
don't
of them
live
will
long
live
enough
and
to learn. No, he won't.
He will.
It's 15 points of kaboom.
Okay. So another 4 of them on half health. Is that you?
And I'm also going to check that I can do a thing, which I hope I can. Otherwise, I've really messed up. That's fine. Oh no, I don't know how to do this while maintaining my... Okay, because I want to try and maintain my facade as much as I possibly can after exploding some people. Fine, they'll never know.
You can run away.
And I'm gonna a hand on Eric's shoulder and kind of go, "Oh, the rest of this is on you then." And bardically inspire him and just take a couple of steps back.
Okay. Wilston, then we come back around to you.
I will fire another grenade into the tunnel.
Lovely.
And then I started
So,
blasting.
who's a dex save?
Yes. 12 damage to anyone who fails, 6 damage to anyone who succeeds.
Highest they got was a 10, man. This is ridiculous. So, are you hitting the... Because there's a bunch at the back that are already low, which you could probably finish off with this, or are you firing it like as deep as you can?
I'm trying it as deep as I can to get as many as I can damaged.
You can only hit 4 at once, no matter what.
So then the 4 weak ones. Just
Okay. Yeah, then 4 of them at the back again, they blow up into bits of bone and blood and gore on the walls. You
Yes.
took a few steps back, it's alright.
Oh, the splash zone.
You were in the splash zone before, to be fair. In that case,
Eric is definitely in the splash zone.
Then you're close.
are you doing anything else?
I don't have any bonus actions I can do, so no.
Okay, Ivelios then.
Unless, wait, did you break your sanctuary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know. Probably. What does that mean?
You
range-
attacked them.
If you
until the
attack.
spell ends. Yeah, if you attack or use a spell,
Yes.
I'll cast a new one on you.
Kind.
Lovely. Ivelios
I
then.
feel that.
Remind me how many of things are left. 'Cause
44.
after all,
No, 40.
okay, okay. In which case, yeah, I'm 20 feet behind these guys, so run 20 feet up, and then how far is it to the closest Minotaur, or are they most of them past the wall?
None of them are past the wall.
The wall at the far end.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
wall's at
how
the
far
far
is it
end.
from?
To the closest one, it would be 40 feet.
Okay. Yeah, in which case I'm going to bonus action dash
45 feet.
45. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action dash past them, so move 20 and then 45, which puts me at 65
Mm-hmm.
movement. Just barreling headlong along the tunnel, and then going to attempt to jab my rapier into the neck of the closest.
Yep, the 2 at the back are also still low.
Yep, just closest one, because that's what I can reach, is a 26 to hit.
Yeah,
Cool. This was a booming blade, sorry.
that's fine.
Uh, 45 points of damage.
Yep, he's dead.
Yep, just skewer him right through the neck, and you just see like tendrils of cloud just sort of out the side. And then I'm gonna back 15 feet off with the rest of my movement.
Okay. Sure, the guy at the back's going to try and smack you with one of his hands in. Or does he not get that? Do you have the fancy...
I auto disengage against creatures I attack, so he does still get to have at me.
Not the one that you... Yeah, the one that you killed the guy that you hit. So the
I
other guy
already killed the guy I hit, sadly.
is flailing around with his fists in...
It's have to subtract d6 from its attack roll, though.
Does this one? This isn't one of the ones that got hit by. These are the ones that got hit by shatter.
I think synaptic
Ignore me then.
static boys are dead.
Yeah, all the synaptic static boys
well.
are dead.
Rip to them.
So with a 16, he's literally just flailing his fists around. Does it connect with you?
Absolutely not. AC 17.
Okay.
You
Absolutely
watch
not. He was one off.
Yeah, it didn't connect. Not at all. Yeah, I just step back, and as he comes back, it's just sort of catches just the barest edge of cloak, which I flip out the way.
Okay. Eric, then?
Okay. Eric is going to yell out in Infernal. He is going to yell a warning. Take your chances with the fire, and is going to step forwards and is going to aim a chill touch for the Minotaur that is in the fire and going to be trying to escape.
Okay. What's the range on chill touch?
It's 120, but
Okay.
I was 180 feet
Yeah.
before then stepping forward,
Well,
and I
you
can
were-
still step forward to that.
You're 140 feet away. No, you're 160 feet away from that guy.
Okay. Well, now that everyone's obviously more dispersed,
Yeah.
there's a bigger gap between us and the Minotaurs because we've killed everyone.
Yeah.
I can walk forward 30 feet, and I can
Yeah.
I can teleport the rest. So I'll.
You do need space to teleport, but you can walk forward and you'll be within range if you walk forward 30 feet.
Okay.
There's loads of them that are dead. 20 hits him.
Great. Then. Oh, I don't think this will actually do it. 12.
Just about. Or no, maybe. What was the damage he did to him? Was it
It would have been 24.
24? Yeah, I thought so. I thought this was this guy. So yes, that takes him out.
Lovely. That's going to be my turn.
Okay. We have the Minotaurs. Lovely. In which case, some of the ones at the back are going to. They're all going to charge backwards. Actually, none of them understand Infernal.
Oh.
But they're all going to start charging back up the tunnel away from the fire.
It was still a good line.
And
Wait,
yeah,
are we?
two of them are going to charge into you, Evelios and Eric. 'Cause you guys are kind of both on the same line-ish. No, Eric's in front.
I'm a lot for yeah.
Okay, so two of them are going to smash into you. So you're going to need a strength save. Two of them, please.
Oh. Okay. Let's do this, boys. The first one is a -1. The second one is a 9.
Ooh.
You have inspiration? I don't think that'll save you, but it's there.
It's okay. I have weaknesses. This is it.
So one of them rolled a 23 on the hit. One of them rolled 16. Do both those hit? Does one of them hit?
The 23 hits.
Okay.
I'm going to Silvery Barbs, the 23.
Okay. That would be a 22 instead.
I tried so hard.
It's okay.
Are you getting an advantage to someone?
Yes. I will. I give it to. I'll give it to Eric.
Okay.
Thank
you. In that case, you take. So the one that's like right on your level charges right into you. It lowers its horns and just barrels towards you. You take 12 plus 4.
I'm guessing both of these haven't been hurt. I've not seen these get hurt yet.
These guys were hurt by. No, this one that hits you was hurt by the shatter. This is the last one that was hurt by the shatter.
Okay, then I'll as he attacks me, I'll use a reaction, but this is after he's attacked me.
Okay.
So yeah, go for it.
So you take 16 damage from him charging right into you.
Lovely.
And you failed strength save, so he like tosses his head as he gores you with his horns, and he throws you back 10 feet, and he charges right back up to you as well, again.
Nice. He takes sorry, give me 1 second. He takes 2d6 necrotic damage from as a reaction, my spores lash out at him.
Okay.
4 damage.
Lovely. And yeah, they're all just barreling up the tunnel. We are going to need some other strength saves at some point. So you're currently prone, Eric, because you've been kind of like splayed out across the floor.
Fine.
And you're only 15 feet away from the first ones, weren't you, Vilius?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're right up against you right now, and they are going to start barreling past you or through you next turn. So, Janice,
Can I reach anything I can kill?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll head to the nearest thing.
There's Eric's on the floor, Velios is next to him, and then there's 2 Minotaurs right in front of them.
I'll go to that. And we.
To what?
Oh, the Minotaurs.
Which one?
The one that attacked Eric.
Okay.
Slashy slash.
Are you raging or not?
No. Yes, I am. Of course. What am I on?
Are you recklessly attacking?
No.
Okay.
Do damage for that one first. Ooh.
That
Then
guy's
second
dead.
attack.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, the first one, kills the guy. And then there's one just to the right. You're kind of like
Yeah.
swiping above Eric's head. And
Attack him as well.
Yeah.
Another
24 hits him. What's the damage?
No, that's the damage. 24 is the damage.
Oh, right, the 18 was... Oh, okay, right. 24. That guy is very low.
Cool. And that is my turn.
Okay. Beleric then.
Came very quickly. Was that a roller saving throw?
Pardon?
Was that a Beleric roller saving throw or
No,
a
that was
Beleric my
it's your
turn?
turn.
Okay, I like that better. Okay. I'm going to. Ooh. How? No, okay. With the same words that Eric taught me earlier, kind of a "What do you think you're doing?" I'm going to reuse those basically, and send them at the front 2 Minotaurs, and kind of do a bit of a "What do you think you're doing? Get back in that tunnel!" But on the word "back," I'm going to cast command.
Okay.
Try and see if I can just get them to either stop and block the way for everyone else.
Possibly. Do they need to be able
actively
to
turn around.
understand you for command to work?
Oh, that's a very good question.
ESO.
I think they do.
Ah, yeah, they do.
Yes.
Um,
So it does not succeed.
would I know if Minotaurs speak Orcish?
I don't think they. I think you know that they don't because you tried to speak to them before in Orcish,
I
if
did,
you remember,
didn't I?
and they didn't respond.
Yeah, that's fair. Does the spell still go through then? Because I was a Muppet.
Yes, and it wouldn't work.
Cool. That's fine. In which case, I'm gonna kind of go, "Oh god, they're not listening." In common, and we're panicking. I'm gonna try and like plaster myself against one of the walls so that they don't trample me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Lovely.
maybe that's my turn.
We have a Wolfston then. They're
Stop.
all charging up the tunnel to try and escape. What are you doing?
So they're charging away from me or towards me? Towards me,
you.
right?
Yes.
Is there anything that I can use to stop them? There is actually. I will fire a Molotov in front of them.
In front of them will hit your allies.
Well, past my allies.
They're right in front of each other, so you can fire it on the 2 Minotaurs that are in front, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm basically putting it like to where they are at the front to like
Mhm.
stop them in their tracks.
What is it? A Dex con save, Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Wait, is it con save?
Yeah.
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 What's the radius on this one? It's bigger, isn't it? 15
15
feet.
feet.
So it's you'll be able to hit 6 at the front.
And it lasts for 1 minute, so I will write that down and notify you when it's gone.
One of them succeeded.
Oh, I had a notepad open somewhere, but apparently I don't.
So
Alright.
roll your damage.
Oh, you're not doing like going through rounds, so it's hard to keep track.
I've just started it now, so you can keep track.
Damage.
To be fair, a minute is a long time. We're not getting to round 10.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, they clearly haven't like caught on to Beloruk yet, so I'm gonna save my spell slots until they actually have figured out that he's a fraud
Okay.
and start fighting him. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Ivelios then.
Alrighty. Yeah. Run up to. Oh, I say run up. Is the one that was directly in front of me dead yet?
Nope.
I feel like it
It's
was.
wounded though.
No.
It's
Okay.
heavily wounded.
In which case, I'm going to lean my rapier against the side of the tunnel and pull out a pair of daggers instead, silver daggers. Just all the weapons this time around.
Okay.
I'm just gonna slash the one right in front of me.
Go for it. You have an ally within 5 feet, but they're prone. I don't know if that affects it at all.
They just have to be within 5 feet and not
Not
incapacitated.
incapacitated, so yes, you get the sneak attack.
That is dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
That is.
You just need 10 damage to kill this guy.
Oh, yeah. He's. Hang on. 21.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to throw the other dagger at the next one over.
The one that's
If
5
there was,
feet
like,
behind him.
Was then because there was two that charged up towards Eric, right?
Yeah, one of them's dead. They're
One of
both
them's dead.
now.
And yeah. In which case, the one 5 feet behind.
Yep.
Which is only an 11 to hit.
An 11. 11's not going to make it. I think that's the first time you've missed a Minotaur.
You
Ah.
disgust me.
That is disgraceful.
It really is.
You're incredible.
yeah,
You're incredible.
If Elios is going to mutter something about practicing more with daggers, and yep, then that's the end of my turn.
Lovely. Who was next? It was an Eric.
Oh,
Eric is going to stand up. He's going to dust himself off, take a few steps forwards, and he's going to go back to Old Faithful with a tidal wave. So I will please, if you do so kindly agree, attack 12 Minotaurs, each making a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
Okay. Oh, what's going on here?
DC 17.
DC 17. So
Or 17 damage.
that guy failed, that guy failed, that guy failed. So if he got 17, he succeeds, right?
Yes.
Yep. So the last guy, one of the ones at the very, very far end of your tidal wave succeeds, but all of the rest of them
9.
failed with their disadvantage.
Okay. Smaller damage. 17 and 9,
Okay.
depending on who they are. Do any of them die?
No, none of them are hurt.
Okay. Wonderful.
These
In
are
which
all
case
fresh.
fresh meat. Oh, if only, yeah. Someone tried to hurt one of them, but
Miss, yes.
sorry.
No, actually, some of them at the front are hit with the fire, but it was only 7 points of damage, so they're not dead.
Okay, yeah. Yep, that's going to be my turn. I'm going to stand up close to them. I don't fancy letting them have a run up this time.
Well, they still have a run up. They've been running this whole time. Yeah, they are just literally just going to try and barrel you out the way. The ones at the front are going to go with some push actions. So we're going to need a contested strength.
I mean, law of averages. I might pass one of these. So what do you want?
A contested strength check from Ivelios and Eric.
Is this athletics? I say that like it makes a difference.
This is strength.
Hey.
Just a strength save.
Not 20
You
for a
succeed on that
16.
one. You only needed to beat
Three.
an 11. A 3. Okay, you get pushed back 10 feet. Ivelios. Down the corridor, you fall prone. And you succeed. You stand strong. The
Eric
one,
is loving this shit.
the one
Does the
behind.
Minotaur take any psychic damage from not being able to push me?
Oh wait, because the one behind the one that just barreled into you is going to keep barreling forwards. So we're going to need some more strength stuff. But he's
Does
just gonna
that
roll it
Minotaur that I
normal this
stopped
time.
get scored by the one behind?
So yes, he's going to take some damage. He took 6 points of damage, so that guy is almost dead. But we're going to need another strength save. And I mean, Janice is behind you, to be honest. So Janice could probably help if he wants.
Oh, help.
I think you're going to need to make a strength save as well.
It's a check or a save?
Save.
That is a 5 for a 1.
Got a 21.
Okay, so Eric flies into you as one of the Minotaurs hits him. He stands strong, but another one smashes into him, and he flies back, kind of like hits into you. You manage to stop him from falling prone. But the rest of them are just going to run up the right-hand side, trample on Velios. Make a dex save.
Dex save?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think he'll take that.
That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Oh.
Like a 10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay, so you
Do I have
tried.
anything that gives me... Hang on. Let me just double check. Why do I not get advantage on dex save?
You are prone as well at the moment, so.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Yes, so only 3 Minotaurs managed to trample over you in this turn, but you'll take 9 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay,
as they just charge over the top of you.
I'll uncanny dodge one of those.
The first one did 4 points of bludgeoning.
So 7 damage total.
Yep.
Ow. There's just really no need.
So you're in the middle of the line at the moment, prone on the floor, and we have a Janice.
Delight.
There is a Minotaur to your right, a Minotaur like behind you to your right, a Minotaur in front of you to your right, and there's a Minotaur like right in front of Eric, who's in front of you.
I will kill the one in front of Eric first.
Okay.
Go reckless.
That's very presumptuous of you.
He's an old man. He's frail.
The 19 hits, and that guy in front was on less than 10 health, so 14. 14 will take him out.
You said there was one to my left?
Oh, I've stopped keeping track of the Minotaurs, I forgot. Did any of them die before you killed 4 with... When was the last time you killed 4?
I killed 2.
You killed 2, and I didn't count that. Has anyone killed any since you killed 4 with... What did you kill 4 with? There was the grenade, I think, from Wilston. Has anyone killed
Yeah.
any since then?
Um, was-
Janice killed 2. Evelios, you just killed 1, right? So,
Yes.
So there's 36 left. Sorry, continue.
Which is the next closest one to me? It's like to the
There's
front.
one
right?
directly to your right, and there's one in front of you to your right, and there's one behind you to your right. All of them are 5 feet away from you.
I'll tap the one to my right again.
Okay. That's
22.
the one that... No, never mind. 22 hits. That
20.
guy's also below half. So 20 is going to kill him.
Might as well action surge as well.
Another 2 attacks. There's still 2
Yeah.
within 5 feet of you, both of which are on half health.
13?
No, 13 misses.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
26.
Not the only one.
The 26 hits. Which
That
one are
was
you
a-
attacking? Are you attacking the one that's at the front or the one that's like further back?
Run.
Okay. 21's going to kill him.
Cool. And then that is my turn.
Is that a charisma save?
Oh, yeah. Why don't I put charisma?
As one of them dies, Eric is feeling buoyed by his recent strength, so he's going to reach out a hand, and you'll see tendrils come from the bottom of his back, seemingly from the mushroom, and embed themselves in this minotaur that has just died. Now, question: Is this minotaur a beast or humanoid?
Nope, they're a monstrosity.
In which case, nothing happens. They recoil, but yeah, you don't know what was happening.
Well, I do. You asked me to tell you.
Yeah, I thought I'd try it.
Fair enough.
Jack knows. Evelios doesn't.
From Ganus's point of view, he just saw these weird tendrils touch the body and he's like, what the hell?
These weird necrotic black tendrils just caress the dead body.
Hmm.
After
Delightful.
Eric's sudden burst of strength that you've never seen him perform before.
So what I'm hearing is that Eric is actually a warlock.
Was that your turn? Eric? You're done?
Oh, that was Janus's turn, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was
my-
just
Oh, was that a
reaction.
reaction? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's Bell's turn then. You are muted.
Didn't even remember doing that. That was exciting. Have the Minotaurs like run past me
Not you, not yet.
yet?
They're like right in...
Okay.
The one that was right in front of you just got killed, but one of them's 10 feet away from you.
Okay. Is I'm gonna assume here. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is Velios on the other side of the tunnel?
No,
Or is he on
he's
my side?
underneath the Minotaur that's 10 feet in front of you.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna reach sideways where he put the rapier against the wall. I'm gonna grab his rapier and regret every single decision I've ever made in my life, and run over towards him, kind of drop the rapier and cast fear on the Minotaur in front of that's just about to trample him.
This one's already on top of him, but you can cast fear, yeah. So, wisdom.
Don't want him to like trample him again. Oh well, never mind, it'll be fine. Yeah.
Wisdom.
Fear is a 30-foot cone. You can hit a lot of people if you want.
Yeah. So I just want to get in front of Evelios and go forward.
30-foot cone is going to hit 12. Okay. What do they need to beat?
Oh, we've lost
16
it.
again.
16.
1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 of them failed this time.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
The
But
first one not being one of them, unfortunately.
I know. Okay, I'll cast it, and I just want a flash of just a really hideous. No. What I'm going to do is, while I cast fear in these Minotaurs' heads, I would like to show them the decimated scene that we left in the forge before throwing all of the bodies into the fire, and I would just like to show them like this is what happened to your friends, as they all have to like turn and head it the other direction.
Okay.
Towards a wall of fire.
What's the wall of fire?
Well, they're not going to run into the fire because they don't run into danger. But yeah,
That is
some of
true.
them are
I hope that gets
It's
congested.
the idea of them being shown the pictures of their friends' bodies being chucked onto a blaze and then turning around and running directly towards a wall of fire.
So yeah, 5 of them are going to like congest the tunnel slightly. The front 2 are going to be able to run through smoothly, but then literally like 4 of them all in a row are going to be running backwards. So only the front 2 are going to be running forwards. However, it's Wilson's turn now.
Can I, sorry, with
Yeah.
like a bonus action, can I try and help Evelios up?
Yeah,
Is that allowed? Well, I'll just try and yank.
if you use your bonus action and like half of your movement, then I'll allow it.
Yeah,
So you've got no
that's
movement
fine.
left.
I'll do that. All good.
Lovely. Wilston then. Do you want to roll the damage for the guys that are on fire?
It's supposed to be at the start of their turn, but sure.
Yes, but I forgot about it, so you can do it now. You guys need to remember about it. Is it not a D4 at the start of their turn?
Yes, it is. I thought I just had to beat the thing again. Wait, it's 1d4? It's 1d4, yeah.
It's plus whatever the plus is, so plus...
No, there's no plus. It's just straight 1d4.
what is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. And then you can have the rest of your turn.
And I will fire another frag at the whatever's left.
There's still 34 of them left. So there's 2 at the front. And then there is 4 that are running backwards. So where are you aiming it?
Towards me. Backwards or backwards?
Backwards back down the tunnel.
Alright.
They're
I'm
all
aiming for the
running
one.
towards you, but some of them have just been feared, so they're running back.
Alright, I'm running. I'm shooting the one coming towards me because like they can escape.
Okay. So
Can they get that?
it'll hit 2 of the ones that are feared as well. So what's the DC? 17?
Yep.
All of them failed. One of them got a 16, but alas.
I'll take 17 damage.
Okay. So
And at this point, Wilson is going to start maniacally laughing as he's firing these frag grenades into the tunnel.
so they're all going to die again because these guys were also hit with the tidal wave and the fire. So that's another 4 of them. Sploosh, sploosh around the tunnel. Eric, Bell, Evelios, and Janice, you're all covered with shards of Minotaur bone and blood.
They're here, they're everywhere. This is how we use explosives.
Another Tuesday night.
So, we can all agree that Wilston is a war criminal, right?
Absolutely.
No.
I have no comments on that.
You
I don't know.
just put them in a fucking... You just incinerated them in a tunnel.
They had a quick death.
Report me to the court martial, I dare you.
Did you calculate how much damage that was in one thing?
Yeah, it was about 1,040.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
Fun times.
I love the image of just like this little gnome person just like hip firing grenades and just people exploding in the tunnel. Right, do you want to call it as it's 9, or do you want to try and finish this combat before next week? What are we thinking?
Let's finish this combat, I'd say.
Yeah, let's finish.
Has everyone got time to do that?
I do.
There is 30 Minotaurs left. And it's about to be Eric's turn, so there's...
Yeah, we've got AoEs.
Velios,
Okay.
then.
Alrighty. So I still have one on top of me, correct?
You do. And you also... Well, you've been kind of like dragged up a little bit. So you're kind of sharing a square with one at the moment.
Cool. But I have my rapier now as well.
It was on the floor beside you, but yeah, you can pick it up.
Yep. Just gonna reach over, grab it, and from on the floor, just be like, Vunk! Just right up in between the legs. He's not gonna have a good day.
Delightful.
Yeah, especially if that's a 21 to hit.
It's an
Do I
artificial
have any-
critical.
Do I have any allies within 5 feet?
Yeah, Belric's right behind you. He just picked you up.
Excellent.
And Janice and Eric are all within 5 feet of you.
Did I mention this was a booming blade? I feel like I keep forgetting to do
I
that.
feel like it
even
always
though...
is a blooming blade. I don't think you really need to
Yeah,
mention it.
just assume that rapier attacks are booming
So it's a
blades.
cantrip, right? So there's...
Yep. So, yeah.
It's like I kind of always assume you recklessly attack when you play a barbarian, but for some reason...
36 points of damage.
He's dead.
Cool.
I mean, to be fair...
Yeah. I stab up through in between, and then his top half just sort of confettis as I just send a storm cloud through him, and then going to use that sort of momentum to leap to my feet. And then I'm going to bonus action disengage. And can I, like, just plow through these guys?
You're
get,
going to need
like-
some excessive strength checks, if you would like.
Never mind. In which case, yeah. In which case, I'm just going to stay where I am, I think.
Okay. That your turn?
Yes.
Okay. There's 29 left. I think we're counting down the seconds. Eric.
Let's chuck another tidal wave in there just for fun. We'll hit another 12 with 21 damage.
Okay, so there was 5... No, there was 7 that still have a half health from the first one.
Nice.
What do they need? A 17? Fail,
17, and did you say disadvantage with dexterity
yeah.
or?
Fail, 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 fail. They all failed. 7 of them are going to die. So that's 22. And then there is another 5 of them that are going to take... What was it, 21? 21 damage. Okay, so another 5 that are below half.
Wonderful. I'll just keep on walking forwards.
Okay.
The inexorable advance of the old man.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Okay, so you might not be able to see through the tunnel very well, but 2 of the Minotaurs that are feared at the back run backwards. They'll stop like right before they get to the fire, as they can't be forced to run into fire. And the main bulk of Minotaurs probably going to keep charging forward, as the ones that were feared and causing the congestion are dead. So the rest of them are just going to keep barreling towards you. So I'm going to need some strength saves from all 4 of you, please.
One from each, or
Yeah, one from all 4 of you. You are, you're
boy.
holding the line.
Happy with it. That's a -2.
A strength save?
Yes. And we'll just do their front 4's average against your 4 averages. So
Two
they're-
-2.
Wilson,
That's
shake,
a 5.
go on, handshake.
Guys are terrible.
Both -2 on the strength save.
Okay, so they got a
Wilson just
22, a
flying.
20, a 20, and a 21. So they averaged a 21.
You need to picture a tiny little like 2-foot gnome like holding the line against the Minotaur. It's not gonna do much.
Gets punted.
Yeah, so all of you are going to get smashed backwards 10 feet and fall prone. And they're
Oh.
going to keep trampling over you. 2 of them are going to get over. Okay, so Janice and Bell and Wilson, you're going to get trampled by 2 of them.
Why? Not
So
again.
you 3 at the back take 3 points of bludgeoning, and then Eric and Evelios at the front, you'll get trampled by 3 of them, and you'll take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Do I only
What-
take 2 because of my resistances?
You will do, yeah.
Is there any AC, or is it just because I was knocked prone I take the damage?
It'll just be it's just you've been trampled on.
Okay, that's fine. So, do you say 14?
Yeah, are you uncanny dodging the first one?
Yeah.
The first one
Would
did
be.
2, so you'll take 13.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm lucky.
The other 2 were both 6s, so it's unfortunate.
It's hard to tell. You got multiple sets coming in at once. So be it.
Yeah, well.
I got a scratch.
Yeah, I try to dodge the first one that steps on me. I think that makes.
And yeah, that'll be it. None of them are really focusing on attacking you, they're just trying to run away from this fire. Janice, then. There's one right on top of you, and you're currently prone on the floor.
We stab.
Okay.
Is that a disadvantage, right? Oh, no, it'd be
well,
just
you're
normal.
recklessly attacking, so yeah, the normal.
I've got a 10.
A 10. Another
Try
miss.
23.
That's a hit.
18.
18, 21. That kills him.
And then I stand up.
Okay.
And then that's all I can do.
Okay. 21 left. And it's Belloc, it's your turn. There is a Minotaur on top of you.
Oh no. I am in pain. Going to cast. Yeah. I really hope this is a good thing to do, and I'm not just really screwing up everything for everybody here. As far as I can see towards the forge,
Yeah.
I would like to cast Shatter on the ceiling.
Okay.
Try and block off their exit.
Okay.
From where I am on the floor, it's just a
As
you
in,
in
like,
particular.
as in, like, the tunnel that leads out of the forge to the camp.
Yeah, I just want to block off their exit, basically.
Yeah, that's the only way out.
Yeah, cool. So it's
Go for it. Does Shatter
Fire
say
or-
it does anything like that?
let
Like, what's the wording on Shatter?
me cast it. It says I don't know. It says a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on saving throw, which I assume is a ceiling.
I mean, the ceiling
Isn't-
would
I
make a
want to-
saving throw. Okay, so
I kind of want to use it to cave in, essentially.
okay,
I don't know if I
let me
can.
just find out what the stone stats are.
So, how many Minotaurs have got past us?
Only 4. One of them's dead. None of them are past you. There's
Oh,
one,
okay,
there's
they're
one
just
on top
normal.
of Wilson. There's one next to Wilson,
Oh, that's fine.
and then yeah, that's it. They're all still within 5 feet of the guys at the front.
And we've got lovely reaction opportunity attacks.
Yeah, you will do, but it's not their turn anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can roll the damage if you want. I believe stone has a damage threshold of like 5. I think.
I can try. It's over 5. 14.
Don't know if there is official rules on stone.
You're the official rule, Gage.
I am the official rule. I think one of my DMs did the threshold was 5 damage for stone. So I'll just go with that for now, and I might figure it out between here and next week. So you'll do stone has a health of 20, damage threshold of 5. So you'll do. What did you roll? 14.
14, yeah.
So you'll do 9 points of damage to the ceiling. So you can definitely collapse it, but you'll need a little bit more damage. The ceiling still has 11 hit points.
Damn.
Anything else?
I'm going to. I'm not being restrained, am I? I fell over.
No, yeah, you
Got
just
knocked
prone.
over.
You can just stand up.
Okay, I'll try and
You will
stand up
be-
and then also back up to the wall again just to avoid it again.
Like squeeze yourself to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have a Wilston then.
I will get up from being prone.
Feels unfair that a 2-foot creature still has to use like 12.5 feet of movement to stand up.
And then I will actually. What's the range on shatter? 60 feet. Am I in range to like shatter the same spot Bellerock just shattered?
You have the same spell. Yeah, you can if you want.
I do. In fact, every artificer has this spell.
Fancy.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I will.
It's got 11 health left and it reduces all damage by 5, so you need to roll 16 damage, which I don't know if that's possible or not. It is possible. Lovely. Yeah. A loud ringing kind of like explodes from the rock twice in very quick succession, and it caves in the entrance. Brings down a bunch of rubble and like shards of rock and splinters. Anything else?
Are they onto Bellerock yet?
Yeah, they're on top of Beleric, or like right next to him.
But they know that he's a fraud or what?
Oh, doesn't look like it. They're all just trying to run out of the tunnel. They're all ignoring you, really.
Then I'm saving
Acting
the
skills are
the spell.
impeccable.
Oh, I'm saving my spell slot then. That's my turn.
Are you standing up or are you staying?
I am standing up, yeah.
Okay. Evelius then. 21
Yeah,
Minotaurs left.
I believe
21
I have,
Minotaurs sat on a wall, 21 Minotaurs dead.
I believe I have a Minotaur standing right above me again.
You do. They haven't learned.
He's gonna get a booming blade right to the crotch. So,
Nice.
15.
15 hits. This guy's on
Ooh.
half HP still. Well, less than half because of the wall. The
No.
water. The cascade.
He's dead.
Oh, he is so dead. "28 points of damage."
He is dead. Good
Yep.
guess. If you're a betting man, you would have won.
And then, can I, like, pull my cloak around me and sort of roll to the side of the tunnel and attempt to hide?
It is not going to do anything because they're not specifically targeting you.
Evelios
Was there any-
Burrito.
You're still going to be in the way as they run out of the tunnel.
Okay.
I mean, you can do it if you want. If you want them to think they're running into a rock instead of a person.
Yeah, that's not gonna help much.
Stub
Is
toe
there
damage.
Yeah, no, in which case I'm just gonna stand there Yeah, stand there if you're out, and just sort of hold the point in front of me, just warningly. So if any of them try to stumble over me again, they're just going to run straight onto the point of it.
Okay.
Don't know if that does anything mechanically, but it looks cool.
I mean, in theory, I don't think it really does. Unfortunately. Eric.
I'm
You're
going to use
dying
my
now.
last third level spell slot for another lovely bath. 21 damage again. 17 dexterity, please.
20 left. Right, come on.
So hopefully this is hitting 12 if I can.
Ooh, the first one succeeded.
How dare they?
And all of the rest of them failed. One of them rolled an
That-
18 and a 19, so he was fine.
Lovely.
But he was also one of the ones that was hit already, so...
Did it not help him? 11
yes,
damage
he
for
was
the
dead.
one who passed.
He's
Okay.
dead anyway, because he took some damage.
So 11 and 21. Are any of the others, other 12, other 11 dead?
So the other 3 that were hit with the first one are going to die, so there's 17 left, and there is another 8. There's another 8 that are on
Yep.
half. 17 left. Anything else for anything else?
Nah, we'll leave that there.
Okay. It's their turn again. So the ones, the sphere only lasts for 1 turn.
A minute, I believe.
The
Or do they need to like remake the saving throw? Or
Fear
the
is a
creature
witch.
ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of me. Remake a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, it's just a minute.
okay. I
The
guess they're
fear
just
third
kind
level
of
spell is.
they're
Sorry.
cowering in front of the firewall, just hoping you don't run a walk over to them in fear. And they can't actually. They have 80 foot of movement if they dash, so they can run through it without. No, because they take damage when they enter it for the first time, don't they? On a
So they
firewall.
can try. They can try.
Well, they can't because they don't. They don't enter dangerous places when under the fear effect.
Fair enough.
I was just trying to work out if it actually was dangerous or if they because it would have been fine.
It
But they
depends whether they think-
they take damage when they enter it for the first time anyway. So
Yeah.
This is what they think is scarier.
I think again they're just going to keep trying to charge out the tunnel. So we're going to do another contested strength against your guys' strength at the front.
Nat 20.
I mean, bring down the leverage just in case.
9.
11.
9.
Do you want the average? 20.
Yeah, please.
I think that my Nat 20 goes 40.
It's about like 12, 13.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, they got an average of 15, so again, they can just barrel into you and knock you as a group back another 10 feet and continue trampling over you. So again, the guys at the back will not a D67. That was not the correct one. The 2s at the back will get trampled by 2 of them for 8 points of bludgeoning. And the guys at the front will get trampled by 3 for 9 points of bludgeoning.
Lovely.
With the guys at the front and the guys at the back?
The front was Avelios and Hal. Not Hal, sorry. Avelios and Eric. And then the guys at the back were
Uncanny
everyone
dodge.
First one did 5. So the first one did 5. So you'll take 3. Take 7.
7.
I'm really sorry, I completely zoned out. How much damage am I ouching?
You're taking 8.
8.
And you're prone, splayed out on the floor again. And this time you are actually out in the forge. You've been knocked out into the forge, so the Minotaurs are in the forge. But again, none of them have managed to get out and past you, because they've used all of their movement. Running over their friends' dead bodies and you guys. Ooh. Janice, then.
I will stab the guy on top of me.
You can just stand up before you do it if you want, and then you won't have disadvantage.
I'll stand up first, then attack him. 22.
22? A 15. Was it 20? Yeah, that kills him.
Is there one to my right or left?
Yeah, there'll be one to your right.
I attack him as well. 24.
Yeah, you're literally surrounded. There's one in front of you, to your right, behind you, to your front and right of you.
Go for the right.
That's another 2 down.
Nice.
So how many are we on now?
15 remaining.
That's lovely.
So are we at like the entrance of the forge now?
You've just been pushed out like 10 feet into the forge room.
Okay.
So no, you're 5 feet into the forge room. Like you're just at the doorway.
Okay.
Bellaric.
Oh god, this is carnage. I'm gonna. Did you say we're into the forge
Yeah,
now?
You're 10 feet into the forge room.
Sweet. That means I can get out of the way of this stampede. I'm going to kind of try and like push myself back and get up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna stand up, try and stab the fucker. Because why not at this
Okay.
point?
He has
Then
he has 13 health. So
I feel like I probably can't beat it, but I'm gonna stab him anyway.
We believe in you.
be my guest.
Thanks. Learned like stage combat. This has got nothing. No, 8.
An 8. That's not going to hit him in the first place, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll flourish a blade at him and then back away.
Go for it.
Yeah, and kind of just pull around the corner as much as I can, so out of their beeline to the exit.
Yep.
I just don't want to get trampled again.
That's absolutely fine.
Can I do anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna yell over to whoever I can see in the midst of this Minotaur stampede, and I'm going to shout. He may be bigger than us and heavier than us and more terrifying than us, but I'm sure we can make it out of this one. And I'm going to try and inspire people, probably
Perfect.
with limited success at that, but we'll try.
No, I mean your inspiration
I-
just works, right?
I love what you're doing, Bellaric. I would also just like to say you're saying, I'm sure we can do this after we've just decimated 60 Minotaurs and hardly taken a scratch. I love it.
I just got trampled twice, and I'm not here for it anymore. All my
Okay.
faith diminished. But I only have 3 bardic inspirations left, so it's going to be Rick, you got it last time, so I'll give everybody else. Austin, Novelios, and Janus, you get some inspiration.
Yay.
Wilston.
How many are left?
15.
Are they close enough together that I could hit them with a 50-foot, like, wall that's 1 foot wide?
What do you mean?
Are they? Because I want to cast Wind Wall, which is 50 foot long and 1 foot wide.
If you cast it down the right of them, you can hit all of them.
Yeah.
No, you can hit. No, yeah, you can hit all of them, but you're going to hit some of your allies as well because they're kind of like entangled between you all.
They'll fed out.
You've done more damage to your teammates at this point than you have to other people in this campaign. What's wind wall then? I've not seen that one before.
3d8 because it's a third level spell, so it's expensive. Like,
It's expensive.
dude, it's 3d8 plus my bonus. That's garbage. Goddamn. And then 1d8 because it's one of my artificer spells, and I am casting it using my arcane firearm.
Okay. So, what did you say? It was a strength save. How does it work? Does it like shoot to one side?
When the
Or
wall
they have to
appears,
be inside the wall for it to hit them.
yeah.
Okay, so you can hit one side of the Minotaurs, which will hit 8 of them, and Hal, not Hal, and Janice and Eric.
It's fine.
Okay.
Strength saving throw, thank you. Okay.
So
15!
21.
I think you need a
Can you-
higher. You need a 17.
Yeah, it's impossible for me to beat a 17 DC.
I can
I
give you
got
a flash
17.
of genius as a reaction.
Thank
And
you very
will-
much. I'll
You
take
will have
that.
a 20.
So do they take half damage if they succeed, or
Yes.
We
Okay.
all passed. Is it 10 damage?
1,
Okay.
2, 3 of them succeeded, so they take half. So the 2 at the front that were on 13 health are now much, much lower than that. And the ones at the back are all, what did they take? 20, 21? 22? 21, 22, right?
Wait, 22?
I think the
Where's
damage
the
is
damage?
10.
17. Yeah,
17, yeah.
Oh,
So they
17.
have
Okay.
plus. So okay, so the ones that are, so there's 6 of them that take 17. 2 of them take 8, 9. None of them die though. Vilios.
Again, just because I think there's still one on top of it.
You've been on the ground
It's
a
a,
lot this
it's,
time.
a, it's a new one that's on top of you this time.
18.
That hits. This guy's
A
star.
new one's good. You can kill it all in one blow.
Well, it's not a new one. This one was still one of the ones that was hit by the water
Ah.
splash.
33.
Damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that kills him.
And then stand up, and if possible, book it backwards.
Yeah. So you have 30 feet of movement. So
Bonus
stand up
action dash.
15. So you'll have 45. So yeah, you can stand up
Yep.
and you can go pretty much wherever you want. You're right at the entrance to the forge room, so you can go wherever.
Yep, just round the other side of the forge. Yeah, just sort of
You're
take a
gone,
breather.
huh?
out of the way.
Okay, Eric. 14.
Oh. 14 left. Okay.
Yes.
How many are feared and by the fire?
2.
Oh, okay. How many?
There's one right above you. There's one.
Yeah.
Right
Is
to
there
your
a
right.
group of like 6 anywhere? Like two ranks of 3?
They're
3
all
ranks.
still in a line.
Oh, okay.
They're all.
But
still
they're all 2 across.
Yeah.
I'll just ice knife one in the middle, so one will take piercing damage, and all 6 of them will take cold damage. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yep.
I'm going to cast the spell. I'm going to attack with the advantage that Beleric gave me at the start for a 19 to hit. The one that takes the piercing damage takes. Oh, it's frozen. It takes a D10 piercing, but for now I'll just
Okay.
type it. It takes 9 piercing damage,
Okay. So
and the
that's,
others.
26. Yep. Dex
And the
saves for
others-
rest of them, right?
Yeah. Dex save for 7 cold damage.
60-20, and they got a bloody 33 in total. Well, they all failed. The highest they got was a 9.
So yeah, so the one that's hit takes 17. All the rest take 7 cold damage.
Okay, the one that you hit died, so there's 13 left. And yeah, all the rest of them are still alive.
Are any of the feared ones still alive?
They're both still alive. Neither of them have been hit by anything. They're at the back. Both
They're
Well,
nowhere
well
near.
my concentration check just disappeared because I got trampled, so fine. They're over themselves.
Okay. Good to know. In that case, they're gonna make.
No.
Are they going into the fire?
I'm gonna think. I think they might want to make a.
Nature?
Risk it for a biscuit.
I'm not sure if it's a
Arcana?
nature. I think it's more like a will,
Survival.
like a willpower check. Yeah, like a survival. Yeah, we'll go with a survival. So they can try and determine which way they want to go. The highest chance of success.
I respect that.
So they're both kind of like cowered in front of the wall of fire, and they kind of like share a glance with each other. One of them looks towards the fire, one of them looks towards you guys, and they split. One of them dashes straight through the wall of fire with 80 feet of movement. He'll take the damage from entering it for the first time, and the other one sprints right up the tunnel towards you guys.
You know what? I kind of hope the other guy makes it. Like, I'm rooting for that.
So the one going through the fire takes 54 damage.
He doesn't make it, sadly. You see his form disappear into the wall of fire and like the flames, and the shadow like slowly disappears. So you don't quite know his fate, but he's dead. He's very much
You can smell the roast beef.
To be immortalized in my songs. I composed one called "Through the Fire and Flame."
Oh, lovely. And the Minotaur, there's one that's like right at the head of the pack, that's like in the room. It's gonna walk forwards, well, continue its charge forwards like maybe 10 feet. So you'll have attacks of opportunity if you would like from Ivelios and Janus.
Oh yeah.
And Eric, I guess if you're holding a melee
I'm
weapon.
holding the line.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it, but I'll keep trying.
Can I make this a reckless attack, or is it just normal?
If you recklessly attack during your turn, then all attacks are reckless.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's
it'll
reckless.
27
probably-
to
21 and 40.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I did a strength check by accident, so I'll do the 16 to hit.
Do you get an attack, or is that is that actually the melee one? Because you need a feature, I believe, to use a spell as a opportunity
Okay.
attack.
In which case, would you allow me to try and punch them and do 1 damage instead of -3 damage?
37 damage.
Yes, you can if you'd like. And try and punch.
It's just strength, or do I get like strength +2? Strength proficiency.
You're always proficient with your fists, yeah.
I'm not sure, but yes. Okay.
I think by the rules you are.
17. I do 1 damage.
You give him a light tap on the butt before he is completely decimated by the rapier through the neck and the burning great sword across his back. 11 left, because one of them ran through the fire. Yeah, all of them are going to continue running forwards into the room. So none of you have attacks of opportunity left, and kind of the one that's in front, as he charges across the room to where the exit was, he kind of like looks up before he goes the full way, and then he kind of like spins his head around and looks, and he grunts to his friend in Abyssal, the one that you don't understand. And he kind of looks up as well and looks around the room with kind of like a look of fear on their face as they realise that there is no way out of the forge anymore. And
Do I still look like the bearded devil? Yeah. Has it been an
I think
hour?
you would, yeah. It's definitely
Yeah.
not been an hour. No, it's been like
Amazing.
6 minutes, 5 minutes. So yeah, they all look around, and then they start to kind of get in a little group. They get into a circle in the middle of the forge room, and heft their weapons.
They're fighting.
Yeah, they are. So
I like it. I can respect it.
none of them within range of you. They're all kind of going to wait for you to go to them, I think. Janice, will
How
you
far away are they from me?
like 20 feet?
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk over them and slap.
Slap. A slap does 1 plus your 1 plus your strength
You
modifier.
know what I mean.
Okay. That's another one dead. There's still 9. There's still 3 that are half from the wall of wind, and the rest of them are full health. 6 full health, 3 half health. 9 left in total.
I'll keep a total.
Does
And
anybody have any AoEs left? Please.
Oh yeah. AoEs is all I've got.
If you need to hit me. I'm on 77 health.
So they're in a group, 5, like 15, 15, 15. They're like a 15 by 15 kind of like square. Beleric, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm out of second level spell shots, so that spell slots. So that means I'm going to have to do shatter at a higher level
Oh dear.
on this group of minotaurs.
How unfortunate. You have to deal more damage to them.
I know. Given that I look like their previous commander, I'm going to like remove myself from where I was like hiding behind the wall so that I wouldn't get trampled, and I'm gonna fix them all with a very, very stern look. And I know that they can't understand me, so it doesn't matter that I can talk in common and everyone else can hear my cool words. And I'm just going to look at them and be like, I've never been so disappointed in you, and cast shatter right in the middle of them and try and get them all.
You can hit them all. It's 20-foot radius, right?
Wait, no, this one's 10-foot radius.
20-foot diameter.
Yeah,
Maybe
you can still hit them all
diameter, yeah.
then. Because they're in a 15 by 15.
So weed, and I'll cast that at 4th level
Ooh!
because I don't have anything less.
Okay. What was this one? A con save?
On saving throw, and I need to do
90, 20. So what they need is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them pass.
so how many d8s is this? I'm so confused.
Plus 1 for every level above.
5? Is that right? Can I
5.
do maths?
Yeah.
Great. 1, 2, 3. Ah.
5d8.
Oh,
So your average would be
Yeah.
like 21.
can't front do it. Got a 10. Can't count. Who let me play this game? Lured me in. You. A 9 on that one. Right, I'll just roll these ones and then count. 15. 29.
29.
Yes, and then halved for people who succeeded.
Okay, so the 3 ones that are on half health are going to shatter. Their bones kind of like break within their skeleton. They just kind of collapse to the floor. So that leaves 6 left. One of them is going to take full damage. Which was,
Internal shatter.
how much was it? 29.
Thank you.
Okay. So one of them's on 5 health, and the other 5 are still perfectly healthy.
Perfectly. I think they do. They not take half damage?
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then they take 20,
15.
15. So they're on half health. So yeah, one of them's on 5 health, and the rest of them are on half health. Wilson.
15-foot sphere wouldn't hit them all, would it?
Yes, they're in a 15-foot radius of each other.
Radius.
Well, no, they're in within 15 by 15 by 15, so it would hit them all.
Then I shall fire launcher them.
Okay. Con save.
Pretty hard.
So this first one is for the guy that's on 5 health. Oh, he's dead anyway, isn't he? Because he takes half. Does he take half?
Yes, half and fail.
Okay, so one of them dies. He burns to crisp. That makes 5. And the other guys are. What do they need? A 17? One of them succeeded. So one of them takes 5, and the other guys take 11, leaving them on 3 health. So 4 of them on 3 health. One of them is on more than 3. One of them's on bloody hell 8. One of them's on 8 health, and the rest of them are on 3. Eric, no, Ivelios.
Ivelios is gonna stand off to one side, sheath the rapier, and go. Yeah. Eric, do your thing.
Eric, it is your turn.
The one with the most. How much have they taken? 'Cause everyone else is on like 3, aren't they?
Yeah, the one with the most health's on 8.
Okay, so Eric is going to. Yeah, I'm gonna use the 2nd level spell for this, but Eric is just going to start walking forward. He's not going to. He's just going to start walking towards the exit, and no look pass. He's just going to shoot an ice knife out of his hand as he continues walking, and yeah, finish the job. 26 to hit.
Can you not kill them?
I can not. The minimum damage that I can do to the one who has 8 is 4. The
Okay.
minimum damage I can do to the others is 3. So I'll kill all the 3s.
Yeah.
1d10 plus. So this is just for the.
This is for the guy that you hit with the ice knife.
Yeah. 10.
Okay. Do you want to give us a lovely description of how you end this battle?
Yeah, so it's exactly like that. This battle was very enjoyable for Eric, but getting back to using tactics and using the terrain to his advantage. It's over now, and he starts to walk to the door, and it's more an afterthought of just shooting out. As he's not even looking at the Minotaurs as he finishes the last one and starts moving towards the door.
Lovely. The one in the middle, the ice knife pierces his head, and then it shatters. Bits of his like frozen blood kind of hit into the other ones, and it drops them all in a circle, leaving us with 0 Minotaurs left. And you have just killed a lot of people. In that case, we'll call it for this week
Trauma.
because we ran quite late. But next week we should be starting at 6, so an hour earlier. So we'll be able to get a little bit of a longer session in, which shall be.
We'll be able to commit
Fun.
more crimes.
This was horrific. This was a very very gruesome battle. But yeah, lovely. I enjoyed that. Make sure to join the Discord for everybody who's watching. Links below. All that lovely stuff. Any other comments before we finish?
You guys said we couldn't take out a camp of these guys.
I stand
looking forward-
corrected.
I'm looking forward to the conversation about XP.
I'm not.
Imagine
We can-
how much more damage you would have done if you'd like done it along the whole line instead of like doubling them up. Like, they would have just,
Yeah,
you could have killed them all like just with one turn.
yeah, but I wanted to create
Yeah.
just a place they could not pass through.
Yeah. That one poor guy that survived the first round of the flames. Oh well. Yeah, well, I think next week is good for everyone, right? The 13th. I think there was a day that someone couldn't make, but I don't think it was next week. So yeah, we'll see you next week too. Yes, we'll be rolling some like trauma saving throws, I think.
Oh,
Oh no.
The only guy left is the Vorzarak in the middle. He's gonna have no friends. Oh well. See you all next week.
bye.